So let's come to a comfortable seat in the center of our mats. Close your eyes. Start to check in with your breath. No need to change the breath just yet. Just notice where it's at. If you're outside like me, you can notice the wind on your skin. You can notice the cars passing. Or if you're indoors, maybe you notice a roommate cooking their dinner in the other room, or sound of a fan. And then start to look inward. Focus on each inhale. Start to lengthen each exhale. Then start to inhale through your nose. Very deep inhale. And deep sigh out your mouth. One more just like that. Inhale through your nose. And exhale out your mouth. Start to blink your eyes open. Meet me in a cross-legged seat. And I invite you, you can close your eyes again if you'd like, or you can have them open. You can place your hands on your knees. Start to inhale, tense your shoulders, pull them up to your ears, really squeeze, 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 and then exhale, drop them down, let them go. 2 more just like that. Inhale, really scrunch your shoulders up towards your ears. Exhale. 1 more, the biggest scrunch. Inhale and exhale. Shoulders down and back. You can wiggle the elbows. Just sit here. Notice if your shoulders feel any different, your traps feel any more relaxed after that. Then we're going to take our right foot out to the right corner of your mat. We're going to bring our left foot to our right inner thigh. And then you want to kind of turn your chest over towards your right foot. Inhale, reach your hands up. Reach up towards the sky. And then reach up and over. Think like you're drawing a big rainbow with your fingertips. Keeping your chest open. And you can, if you can touch your toes, you can grab your toes. You can grab your calf. You can grab the back of your thigh here. If you have a strap, you can put your strap around your foot. Keep the chest nice and wide here at first, aiming for a flat back and this little fold. Inhale, think lengthen. Exhale, see if you can fold just a little bit deeper, still keeping the chest wide. Inhale, lengthen, and then exhale. Try to bring your knee to your nose. You can round your back. You can bend your knee here to help you get a little closer to your nose to your knee. Don't forget to breathe. Don't forget to relax your jaw. Are you clenching in your jaw? Are you clenching in your forehead? One more inhale here. Exhale. Really let yourself go. Let your head hang. Inhale, start to walk your fingertips towards your hips as you sit up. And then we're just going to switch over to the other side. So we're going to take our left leg out and a little bit to the left. Your right foot comes to your left inner thigh. Once again, sitting really tall, reaching up towards the sky, fingertips to sky. Exhale, start to draw that big rainbow with your fingertips as you reach towards your toes. Chest is nice and wide here. Once again, you can bring a little bend into that knee. And really flex your toes. So flex your foot. You want to bring your toes towards your face. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold a little deeper, still keeping the back mostly straight. Chest nice and wide. Inhale, lengthen. Then on your exhale, let everything go, knee to nose. Notice how this stretch is a little different than when your chest is open. Stretches different muscles in the leg. For me, it stretches my neck, opens up my back. I like to kind of wiggle left to right here with my head. Find any little movements that feel nice. One more inhale and exhale. Really let your head hang. See if you can move it even just a centimeter closer to the floor. On your next inhale, start to walk your fingertips back towards your hips. And then we're going to take our right leg back out straight and then just lean back onto your hands, and you can do a little windshield wiper with your feet. You could bring your soles of your feet to the mat. You can windshield wiper your knees left to right. Just opening up the hips here. Open up the chest here. One more to each side. Then we're going to come back to a cross-legged seat. We're going to do a gentle twist here. So we're going to inhale, palms up, fingertips towards the sky, reach up. Exhale, twist to your left. Take your right hand to your left knee, and your left fingertips come behind you to the floor. And just a gentle twist here, no cranking necessary. Let your breath move you. So on your inhales, grow tall through the crown of your head. And on each exhale, just think about twisting your chest and letting that movement carry all the way through your spine. You can gently look over your left shoulder. Inhale, palms to sky, return to center, fingertips up. We're going to go over to the right. Your left hand now comes to your right knee. Right fingertips are planted on the earth behind you. Inhale, crown of the head towards the sky. Exhale, gently turn your nose over to the right, allowing a gentle twist. Imagine you're wringing out a towel. Your spine is the towel. On each exhale, twist a little deeper. Inhale, fingertips up towards the sky. And exhale, palms touch the mat on either side of you here. Now we're going to come seated with our legs straight out in front of us. And just sit here. This is staff pose. So we're going to sit nice and tall. Legs are out long. We're like the shape of the letter L here. And just feel how what this brings up in your body. I like to kind of wiggle left and right on my booty a little bit. Really plant my sit bones. And then bring the soles of your feet together here. Once again, sitting up nice and tall. You can bring your soles of your feet together, let your knees fall left to right. This is butterfly pose here. You can grab onto your ankles, your shins. You can interlace your fingers around your feet here. Whatever you can do to just we don't want to round in our spine here, right? So we want to sit up nice and tall. Once again, chest open. On an inhale, we're growing really tall. Exhale, hinge forward as much as you can. Whatever's comfortable for you, but once again, we're not rounding in the spine just yet. We're trying to keep the chest open. Think heart shining forward. Shoulders back and down. Lift the corners of your mouth. I got you to smile. Once again, are you clenching your jaw? Are you even remembering to breathe this whole time? One more inhale. Crown towards the sky. Exhale. Round forward. See if you can bring your nose to your toes. Or can your nose come a little bit in front of your toes? We're keeping the sit bones planted, so we're not lifting our booty off the mat. Find a gentle rock left and right through the spine. Inhale, start to sit up. Draw your knees back together. Plant the soles of your feet. We're going to scoot the booty towards the center of the mat. Our knees are bent at 90 degrees. The heels of our feet are on the mat. Toes are pointing up towards the sky, and we're really flexing our feet here. So really pull your toes towards your face. We're sitting up nice and tall. Our spine is nice and straight. And then we're going to start to gently hinge backward, keeping our spine very straight. Crown of the head tilts backwards. You can hold on to the backs of your thighs here. If you want, you can join me with your palms open and pointing up towards the sky. Fingertips are pointed forward. If you want, you can try to lift your right foot. You can try to lift your left foot. Now we're in boat pose. Don't forget to breathe. You can point your toes here, keeping your knees bent, or if you want, you can try to extend your legs straight. One more inhale. Exhale, come down into low boat. Your heels are hovering, your shoulders and shoulder blades are hovering. Inhale. Exhale, come back up into boat. Knees are bent. And then drop the soles of your feet. And you can grab onto your shins. Fold forward over your legs. Check in with your breath. Just notice, I know that once my core starts working, my breath suddenly gets a little more tense. My shoulders get tense. We're not judging any of that. We're just noticing it. Don't have to change anything. All right, we're going to come back up to seat. We're going to extend our right foot out. Our right leg is straight. Left leg is bent with our foot planted on the mat. We're going to take our left foot, lift it, and bring it to the right of our right knee. Sit up tall here. And then start to take your right elbow and hook it around your left knee. Kind of hugging that left leg in towards your chest. And then reaching your left fingertips behind you, coming into another seated twist here. Similar to the other twist that we did, on your inhales, crown of the head, think up towards the sky. And exhales, we're just gently twisting a little more to the left. You could take your nose over to the left, really hug the left leg in towards your chest. Inhale, start to return to center. Take that left foot back over to the left side of your leg, and then we're just going to switch legs. Now your left leg is straight. Your right foot comes in, right knee is bent, and then take your right foot over to the left side of your left leg. Sit up nice and tall, and then start to hug that right leg in with your left arm, and your right fingertips come behind you, and then gently twist over to the right. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist just a little deeper. Inhale, start to return to center. You can bring your right leg straight to meet your left. Just kind of bounce your knees a little bit, wiggle your feet. Give them a little windshield wiper again. Then we're going to plant the soles of our feet on the mat. Hold on to your shins, and we're going to have a little fun here. We're just going to rock back and rock forward, rolling like a little ball here, massaging the spine. Just give me a couple more here. And then meet me on your back. We're going to plant the soles of our feet. We're going to do 2 bridges here. So plant the soles of your feet. You want your palms pressed into the mat on either side of your hips. And then your feet are hips width distance from each other. And then they're close to your booty where you can just kind of graze the back of your heel with your fingertips. Really spread your palms wide, press them into the earth. On your next inhale, start to lift your tailbone towards the sky, pressing into all four corners of your feet, and lift your hips towards the sky, coming into a bridge here. And then think chest to chin and chin to sky. So you just want just a very gentle tilt back of the nose and of the chin. That way you don't want to crunch your chin into your chest like this. You want length in the front of the neck. Inhale. Exhale, very, very slow motion, vertebrae by vertebrae, dropping your hips down. Your tailbone is the very last thing to touch. And just land here. Check in with your breath. Really feel your low back supported by the earth here. And then do a favor for me. We're going to play with our pelvic tilt here. So start to tilt your tailbone back, and your hips, your front hip points are going to go forward towards your knees, and then you'll feel a little bit of space under your lower back. And now reverse that and close that space. We're tilting the pelvis back. Tailbone is scooping under and towards our heels. And really feel the difference between those two. You can play with it. You can go back and forth. Notice how when you tilt forward and you have that space under your lower back, your belly puffs up. And then in yoga, whenever we say navel to spine, or you hear a teacher say, bring your belly button towards your spine, they're talking about this engagement of the core and this slight tilt of the pelvis. Obviously, I'm exaggerating it so you can see it, but it's pretty gentle, pretty small, but very impactful for your core. So on this next bridge, just pay attention to that. When we lift up on our inhale, go ahead and inhale. You want to start to tuck your tailbone under and towards your heels as you lift up. Hips come up towards the sky. Once again, chest to chin and chin to sky. Really drawing that tailbone down towards your heels. And then imagine you're hugging an invisible block in between your knees. So that way you're not splaying out, but you're nice and parallel with the legs. Inhale, hips towards the sky. And then once again, slowly lowering, very slow motion, until your tailbone touches down. You can hug the knees in, rock left to right, give yourself a squeeze. We're going to do one more little ab exercise here. So bring the soles of your feet up towards the sky like you're standing on the ceiling. Legs are straight. Once again, we're the shape of an L, just the other direction this time. And then zip your zip your legs together. Feet are still pressed into the ceiling. And then on your inhale, start to drop your heels towards the earth very slowly, and only come to the point where you can keep that space in between your lower back and the mat. You don't want any space there. So only drop your legs to a point where you can keep that space. If you feel your lower back lift up, then just bring your feet up a little bit. Exhale, draw your feet back up to the sky. Once again, inhale, feet towards the earth, legs are straight. Exhale, feet towards the sky. One more. This time, if you want an extra challenge, you can drop your heels, palms towards the sky, fingertips forward, and then start to lift your chest. Almost like we're back in low boat. And then just gently release everything to the earth. Once again, you can bring your soles of your feet to the earth. Windshield wipe your knees left to right. And then hug your knees in one more time. And then reach your hands in between your knees and reach for the outer edges of your feet. We're going to come into happy baby here. So once again, we're imagining that we're pressing the soles of our feet into the ceiling, but this time our hands are holding on to the outside edges of our feet. And our knees are basically kind of pressed up into our armpits, or that's where they're aiming for. Once again, your low back is really flush with the mat. And you can rock left to right here. Just make sure you're not holding tension in your shoulders and your neck. So really drop your shoulders down. Release any tension in your face. One more breath here. And then an exhale, release, and meet me in Shavasana, corpse pose. Your legs are out long. You bring your palms facing up. Extend your arms down the sides of your body. And just really feel the support of the earth, the support of your mat. Notice your breath. Does your breath feel any different than when you first started, when you first sat down on your mat? Let your breath return to its natural rhythm. There's nothing left to do. Our practice is done. I invite you to stay here in Shavasana as long as you'd like, as long as your schedule allows you to. Whenever you are ready to return to seated, just shift over onto one side, any side. Lie in fetal position here. Your knees are up towards your chest. Just pause here. And then very gently, once again, super slow motion, start to press your palms into the earth. Think ragdoll here as you just be super dramatic with it. Let your head hang. Start to cross your legs. You can keep your eyes closed. And come to a cross-legged seat. Crown of the head is the very last thing to come up towards the sky. On an inhale, arms up towards the sky, palms together to touch. Bring them down to your heart center. Thank you so much for taking this time for yourself, letting me guide you through this practice. I hope that you feel even just a little bit better physically, but also emotionally. It's the whole point of yoga. And you know what? You're not always going to leave feeling better. That's also part of yoga. Everything is yoga. It's really just checking in with yourself, noticing that each day is different. But as long as you keep showing up, then over time, things will start to feel better. You'll realize that you really have all the tools necessary to handle anything that comes your way. And you'll probably start to be able to touch your toes. That's what happened to me. One more deep inhale in and out your mouth. Let something go. And then bat your eyelashes open. Thank you so much. Namaste.